Paul Schrader had done this film, Blue Collar, and his whole cadence throughout the film was the sound of quite a good film too, of the stamping machines that stamp car parts that go tung chung tung chung tung chung all the time. So he had put up a Bo Diddley tune, 500% More Man, which is the same tempo and the same beat. Very smart. And of course, the whole film is about these poor guys who work on the line and they make no money, and they're very all they have is their macho image of themselves and how they compete with one another, and it's very primitive and very good. So this 500% More Man was ideal. But Schrader didn't want to use the song, he didn't want to pay any money for it, and he didn't want a reference to Bo Diddley in it either. So he wanted something new. So we sat down, we wrote a song called Hard Work Fucking Man, me and Jack Nitzsche. And it's a terrible song. It really is awful. So he said, who in the world, and Schrader wrote a verse too, a good blues verse. And it's to the melody and beat of 500% More Man. I said, who can sing this? Now we have a problem. I can't sing it. We need somebody with an awful voice. So we called John Lee Hooker. No, he's too crazy. We're going to get Tom Waits. Couldn't be found, which I would have preferred. So I said, well, let's get Beefheart and try it with him. He's pretty crazy, but let's see where he is. So he was in the desert where he lives near L.A., and he drove down, was 2 hours late, and he got there and was in a bad mood. And the producer of the film, who's a rich Englishman, so they understood that we had a singer coming in to sing. They'd never heard the song, and they certainly didn't know. They expected a title song, you know, a nice title song. So here comes this guy with his followers, his coterie of these beat-up casualties that he collects, you know, with him. He comes in and I give him a lyric sheet. I say, Don, here's what you got to do. Here's the melody and the notes. I'd like you to phrase it. And you've got to watch the movie. And don't sing where there's space, and sing when you see a line comes, and we'll cue you. Go in this little vocal room and sit there and sing, you know, and at your leisure. What do you want, coffee or whatever? So he goes in there very docile at first, sits down in a stool and starts in. Of course, can't do it. Can't sing in the beat, can't sing with the track, is overdub type thing, and certainly couldn't remember, looking at the words, couldn't even read them and sing them at the same time. And started to get mad. So he says, I don't see how you people can play that way. It's all in time. I can't stand music when it's all in time. I said, now, Don, just do it. Just sit there and do it, okay? Don't worry about it. It's those lights. I hate those lights. I hate Hollywood. Turn those lights off. I see you people out there, and I know what you're thinking. So the producer dropped his knees, this guy. Everybody down, he said. This man, you know, and he's ordered everybody to get down on the floor. So that, can he see us? No, he can't see us. Are we out of his range? Okay. I know what you're doing. Beefheart is just raging in this room. I have to go to the... And then he gets calm. He says, I have to go to the toilet. Will you let me out? I said, no, Don. He says, now you're causing a lot of trouble. You're being, you know, unfortunate. Why don't you just go ahead and finish, then you can go to the bathroom. So he got madder and madder and madder, and finally he really did a good performance of this tune. And then the producer was shaking. The guy was so relieved just to leave there. Well, I have to go back to the office, he said.